Good evening, Crabs fans. Crabs baseball is on the air. You're just in time for the national anthem. Jennifer Cahoon with the national anthem. Welcome to Crabs baseball. Crabs will meet the San Leandro Ports for the second game of a two-game series. It is a gorgeous night for baseball here at the Arcata Ballpark, and plenty of time to come out and join us. No band tonight, so a lot of room to stretch out, and going to be some great baseball. The Crabs come into the game having won last night to extend their record to 28-4 for the season. And tonight they'll send out Wyatt Tucker to the mound, ERA of 5.25 in 3 starts, with a 3-0 record. And let me give you the lineup for the Ports as we're about ready to get going here. Isaac Lewis at shortstop leads it off. Falcon Magana in center field bats second. Kaleo Johnson at third base bats third. Broderick Reed will be the cleanup hitter and be the DH. Trevor Greenlee in right field bats fifth. Jesus Monzo, the catcher, bats sixth. Jack Kelly, who didn't play last night, will be at first base and bats seventh. Enrique Nunez at second base bats eighth. Andrew Aquavera in left field bats ninth. And on the mound for the San Leandro Ports is Christian Marquez. And I don't have stats on the Ports, so I can't tell you his numbers. All right, wind is blowing fairly briskly out towards center field. It's been a gorgeous day all day, hot here for the coast, up in the high 60s at least, low 70s most of the day, or mid 70s. And so a really nice night at the ballpark. For the Crabs, by the way, to give you their lineup, it's Chase Fernan leading it off at shortstop. Kyler Murphy will be the DH and bats second. Kyle Callahan at third base bats third, and Ryan Myers at first base bats cleanup. Alex Aguirre in center field bats fifth. Kyle Blakeman in right field bats sixth. R.J. Hasse will be the catcher and bats seventh. Jack McCarthy will be in left field and bat eighth. Jack Crowell at second base bats ninth. And on the mound, the aforementioned Wyatt Tucker. All right, Wyatt takes his warm-up pitches. And Crabs are in their bright red jerseys tonight with the white pants, and the Ports in their Oakland Athletics green with the yellow socks and yellow numbers and white pants. So it's a colorful night at the ballpark. Umpires tonight, Don Holfacker is at home plate. Kai Lemry is at first base, and Justin Eastloss at third. The Crabs defensively, it's Tucker on the mound. R.J. Hasse is catching. Myers is at first. Jack Crowell is at second. Kyle Callahan at third, and Chase Fernan at short. In the outfield, Jake McCarthy is in left. Alex Aguirre is in center, and Kyle Blakeman's in right. So here's Lewis to lead it off. Isaac Lewis last night was 1 for 4. Here's the pitch, and he takes a fastball inside. Next pitch, a fastball on the outside corner for a called strike. And there's a fastball on the outside corner, 1-2. Wyatt Tucker, in 24 total innings pitched, has struck out 21, walked only 7, but given up 36 hits, and opponents are hitting a robust 350 against him. There's a high hopper out to short. Fernan in on it and throws him away for out number 1. Falcon Magana will be the hitter. Magana last night was 1 for 4. Crabs won last night's game by a final score of 10-6. They batted around in the 5th inning and plated 4 runs to take an 8-4 lead. And then Myers hit his 8th home run in the 6th inning. There's a strike at the knees. 0-1 to count now to Magana. And then the Crabs got an unearned run in the 8th inning to make it 10-4. Fouled up against the screen. And it's 0-2. The 0-2 rides high. A ball and 2 strikes now to Magana. Kaleo Johnson on deck. And the next pitch is hit high in the air and foul, and it's going to drift out of play. A ball and 2 strikes is the count. Tucker winds and comes home with a breaking pitch that's inside. So now the count runs 2-2. Next pitch is high and the count's full. Three and 2 the count. Here's the pitch. Fastball called. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Magana knew it. 2 away. First strikeout for Tucker. Kaleo Johnson will be the hitter. He was 1 for 4 with a double last night. Porch made 4 errors in the game last night, and that cost him quite a few runs. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball right down the middle. There, the next pitch is a fastball down and away. One ball, one strike. Here comes the pitch, and there's a high hopper foul wide of third. The 1-2. Ground ball up the middle of Fernlin, ranging behind the bag, picks it up and throws low, and Myers can't handle it. That's a tough one. I need to think about it for a second before I decide. I need to deliberate on whether that was a hit or an error. Meanwhile, here's Broderick Reed. Runner on first, 2 outs. I think that's an infield hit. And there's a fastball in the outside corner. 0-1. And the pitch. Lined in the right center field. Coming in on it is Aguirre, and he has it for out number 3. No runs, a hit, a runner left, and at the end of 1 inning of play, 1/2 inning of play, it's no score. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome to the ballpark. Thanks to the Humboldt County Fair. The 121st Humboldt County Fair is right after crab season, starting August 23rd and going until Labor Day, September 4th. There's live entertainment, exhibits, 4-H animals, the ever-popular sheepdog trials, games for the kids, and all the yummy carnival food that everybody loves. Family-friendly and super affordable, the fair is fun for all ages and is located in the Victorian village of Ferndale. Defensively for the Ports, they look this way. Christian Marquez is on the mound. Jesus Monzo is the catcher. Jack Kelly at first. Enrique Nunez at second. Kaleo Johnson at third. And Isaac Lewis at short. Andrew Aquavera is in left. Falcon Magana is in center. And Trevor Greenlee is in right field. So Christian Marquez out on the mound for the Ports. He's a junior at Gamblin State University. Left-handed pitcher. And here's the pitch. And there's a fastball in there at the knees for a strike. It's on 1 to Chase Fernlin, who was 0 for 4 last night and comes in hitting .224. Third baseman is in on the grass. Here's the pitch, and it's down low. 1-1 the count. The 1-1. Fastball at the knees. It's 1-2. The 1-2 is a high hopper through the hole and up the middle for a base hit. Fernlin, a hard grounder to start off the first inning. Here's Kyler Murphy. He didn't play in last night's game. He comes in batting .300. So Fernlin aboard on the single.
Number 6, Kyler Murphy.
Murphy, left-handed hitter against the left-hander Marquez, who deals a fastball in the outside corner. Fernlin takes his lead. Marquez looks over there and comes home 0-1, and there's a fastball down and away 1-2, 1-1. The 1-1 misses way outside. Two and 1 now to Kyler Murphy. And the pitch. He hits that one in the air down the left field line. It's going to go into the picnic area. So the count even at 2-2 now. Marquez sets. And comes home, and he reaches out and slaps that one foul. Two balls, two strikes. Here's the pitch. Outside and high. So the count full now to Kyler Murphy. Three-two pitch. Ball four. Murphy's aboard. And that puts the first two runners aboard for the Crabs.
Next up, third baseman, number 35, Kyle Callahan.
Here's Kyle Callahan. Comes in batting .370. He has a .514 on base percentage and a .704 slugging average. So some spectacular numbers there from Kyle Callahan with a big opportunity early here with the Crabs. Runners on, nobody out. And the runner on second goes. That's Fernlin, and he goes down, and he is going to be a dead duck easily at third base. He didn't even slide, and he almost got hurt. He's kind of pulled up and then jumped over the bag and fell down. That was not a pretty stolen base attempt. So Fernland thrown out 2-5 for one away. Murphy holds it first. Not sure what that was all about over there. I don't know. Want to know the count. Here's the pitch. And that's misses down and away 2-0, and why Murphy is still at first. It's a mystery upon a mystery here at the Arcata Ballpark. 2-0 the count. And the pitch. High hopper over first base and into right field. Murphy's going to cruise around second and head for third, and that'll put runners on the corners for one out. So the first three batters have gotten aboard for the Crabs.
Next up, first baseman number 70, Ryan Myers.
Murphy at third, Callahan at first, and here's big Ryan Myers, who hit his 8th home run last night. The record for wood bats for the Crabs is held by Jeff Blauser. I was right about Bradley Zimmer. Bradley Zimmer had 7 one time, but he never got 9. And Brian Blauser had 9, and that's the record, and Myers has 8. Here's the pitch, and he gets hit. That hit him on the rump. So not looking so good for Christian Marquez here. He's in a heap of trouble already. He has not gotten anybody out. The bases are loaded with one out.
Next up, center fielder number 1, Alex Aguirre.
Here's Alex Aguirre, comes in batting .313, a .478 on-base percentage, and a .627 slugging, and a big opportunity here with the bases loaded. Marquez, high leg kick, and it's a fastball way outside. Fernland singled to lead off the inning. Murphy walked. Fernland was caught stealing third, and then Callahan singled. And Myers was hit by a pitch. So the bases are loaded, nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. And there's a pitch that's fouled out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike is the count. And here's the pitch. In the hole on the left side and through for a base hit. Murphy scores. Callahan will be held at third, and it's 1-0 Crabs. So the base is still loaded. For Kyle Blakeman. For Aguirre, that's RBI number 24. And here's Blakeman batting .296. Here's the pitch, and he fouls it up against the screen. Callahan at third, Myers at second, Aguirre at first, 1 out. Just getting started, bottom of the first inning. Oh, and 1 the count. Here's the pitch. Ooh, and he's way out in front of an off-speed pitch. Took something off. Blakeman, a big cut there. But he's now in an 0-2 hole. They're in on the grass at first and third. The third baseman shading his eye from the setting sun, and that's fouled out of play. So still the count is 0-2 with the bases loaded and 1 out. Oh, and 2 the count. And the pitch. Foul tipped. He just got a piece of it and tipped it up against the backstop. So Blakeman will live to see another pitch as the count remains 0-2. Marquez sets and comes home with a pitch that's outside. Well, 1-2. The 1-2 is a bounced foul wide of third. All right, 1-2 the count to Blakeman. Bases are loaded, 1 out. Infielder, the third baseman is shaded over towards shortstop a little bit. And Blakeman swings and foul tips it for strike 3. So Blakeman's gone. That's the second out of the inning. Here's R.J. Hasse. Batting .307. He didn't play in last night's game. So 2 outs, runners still, bases still loaded. And the pitch. Hasse hits one into shallow center field. That is going to drop for a base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes another run. The throw is cut off. And a 2-run single for R.J. Hasse makes it 3-0 in favor of the Crabs. He didn't hit it hard, just hard enough to get it over second base. Little Texas leaguer. But the Crabs will take it. And now they lead 3-0. On the play, Aguirre goes all the way to third. And here's Jack McCarthy, who comes in batting .193. He was 0 for 3 in last night's game. So those are RBIs number 12 and 13 and 14 for RJ. Here's the pitch. Fastball rides high. And another pitch rides high again. 2-0. Gear at third. Hasse at first. 2 outs. Crabs up by 3 in the bottom of the first. And the pitch is outside. Hasse can definitely steal a base. He's doesn't have a very big lead at the moment, so it doesn't look like he's really thinking about stealing. Wouldn't be a terrible play with 2 outs, though. Here's the pitch, and it's a fastball in there for a called strike. 3-1 now to McCarthy. Jack Crowell on deck. And here's the pitch. Ball 4. That's going to load him up yet again. For Jack Crowell. Crowell comes in batting .250. He was 2 for 4 in last night's game. Here's the pitch. Fastball on the outside corner. Oh, 1. Fastball misses down and away. 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Misses high and outside. 2-1. So he's given up 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. He's walked 2 and hit a batter here in the first inning. So Christian Marquez not really dazzling us up here. And that one's fouled out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes to count. Aguirre is at third. Hasse is at second. McCarthy's at first. And the pitch. Lined into right center field. That is going to drop for a hit. Another run is in. Here comes the second run. The runner is going to third, and he'll be safe as the ball gets away. He now will come in. Now they're going to hold him at third. And on the throw, Crowell goes to second on the error. So that's a base hit for Crowell and an error on the right fielder. Greenlee to allow Crowell to go to second. And on the play, Aguirre and Jose come in to score. McCarthy goes to third. 2 RBIs for Crowell. And it's 5-0 Crabs. And for Crowell, those are RBIs number 13 and 14. So the Crabs sticking it to Christian Marquez early. Having batted around yet again. This is at least the 14th time this season the Crabs have batted around in a ball game. And they've done it here in the first inning. All right, second and third. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1 to Fernlin. Fernlin led off the inning by singling, but was caught trying to steal third for some reason. He wasn't caught for some reason. He was trying to steal third for some reason. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Fastball rides high. 1-1. One and 1 the count to Fernlin. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, blocked by the catcher, Monzo, and that prevents a runner from coming in. 5 runs in the inning for the Crabs. And they are looking for more now with 2 outs in the count, 2-1 to Fernlin, who's already singled in the inning. Here's the pitch. Ooh, a big swing, and he foul tips it. 2-2. All right, here we go. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. We already got a right-hander warming in the bullpen for the Ports. Here's the 2-2, and he hits it high in the air and foul territory on the right side. The first baseman's going over to get it, but it's going to fall untouched. So still the count is 2-2 to Chase Fernlin. And here we go. Marquez sets and deals. Popped in the air, foul, and that's going to drift into the seats, where a fan drops it. Do I even need to report that? Count still 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And that's sliding into center field. That's a base hit. 2 more runs are going to come in. 7-0 in favor of the Crabs, and Chase Fernlin has his second hit of the inning. So that's 2 RBIs for Fernlin now, and that means that he is up to 14 RBIs as well. So it's 7-0 Crabs. Here's the pitch. Fastball away, it's 1-0 to Murphy. Murphy walked and scored earlier in this inning. So Christian Marquez. And that one's hit high in the air to right center field. That's going to be caught by the right fielder for out number 3. But, yikes. The Crabs get 7 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. There was an error, and there were 2 runners left, 1 runner left. And at the end of 1 inning of play, it's 7-0 in favor of the Crabs. This is brutal Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome back to the ballpark. Thanks to Crestwood Behavioral Health Center. Crestwood Behavioral Health Center in Humboldt County is all about community. If you're looking for a rewarding career, join their team and make a difference. Crestwood has been providing residential mental health programs at its Eureka campus since 1979. They have full-time and part-time positions available for LPTs, LVNs, assistants, and various staff positions. Visit them at 2370 Booner Street or find their ad in the annual Crabs program. All right, 7-0, top of the second inning. It'll be Greenlee, Manzo, and Kelly for the Ports. We've got some work to do against Wyatt Tucker. Here's the pitch, and there's a swing and a miss, 0-1 to Trevor Greenlee, who tried to hold up on the pitch, couldn't do it. Greenlee in last night's game was 1 for 4. The 0-1 fastball down and away, 1-1. Could we have the lights, please? One and one the count. And he tried to check on that one and couldn't do it. It's 1-2 now. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Port. 7 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Crabs. We're only in the top of the second inning. And there's a ground ball past the diving Jack Crowell and into the center field for a base hit. Crowell did get his glove on it, but unable to stop it. So Greenlee aboard with a hit. Nice effort by Crowell, going full out. Here's Jesus Monzo. He was 1 for 3 in last night's game. So Greenlee over at first. Second hit of the game for the Ports. And here's the pitch. And that's lined right at Myers, and that's going to be a double play. And that's some bad luck on the part of Monzo and the Ports. Hit it right at Myers, and there was just no way for Greenlee to get back. Here's Jack Kelly. He didn't play in last night's game. He's the first baseman tonight. So 2 away now quickly in the second inning. And Tucker walks and deals to Kelly. It's a fastball down low. The 1-0 fastball is on the outside corner. It's 1-1. The 1-1 breaking pitch is on the outside corner now. 1-2 the count to Kelly. The 1-2 fastball. Ooh, just missed outside. Come on, Don. Wake up. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Got him. Inning over. No runs, no hit, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. And at the end of an inning and a half, it's 7-0 Crabs. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, Kyle Callahan to lead off the bottom of the second inning. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I had to go downstairs and get some water. 1-0 the count. Fouled out of play. 1-1 the count. Callahan, let's see, singled and scored in the first. Crowd's got all those runs without an extra base hit. Here's the 1-1 from Marquez, and it misses down low. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. He's in there at the knees for a strike. 2-2 now to Callahan. Marquez sets and comes home 2-2. Fouled out of play. Into the seats where it drops harmlessly. So the count remains 2-2 to Callahan with Myers on deck. And here's the pitch. Fastball down and away, and the count goes full now to Callahan. Christian Marquez not doing so good. He hit a batter and walked two in addition to giving up 6 hits in the first inning. 3-2 now to Callahan. Hit in the air, left center field and deep. Left fielder, center fielder going after it. Nobody's going to catch up with that. It's going to bounce all the way up to the sign near the 394, and Callahan will be in there with a stand-up double. Wow. So Callahan out at second now with his second hit of the night. And here's Ryan Myers. And in addition to having an excellent chance to setting the single-season record for home runs for the Crabs in the Woodbat era, Ryan Myers is batting .389. He also has an on-base average of .514 and a slugging average of .704. So some spectacular numbers for Ryan Myers. Fastball misses high, 1-0. .514 on-base average. He gets on base more than half the times he comes up. That is very impressive to me. 1-0 the count in addition to all the power he displays. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. A big cut there, and it's 1-1 to Myers. I just have to believe scouts are watching Myers fairly closely because he's just the prototypical power hitter, even at this level. One and one the count. And he foul tips that. Catcher's unable to hold on. Not that it matters. 1-2 the count. Callahan takes a short lead out at second. Crabs already up by 7. We're only in the second inning. Nobody out. Marquez looks out at second and comes home, and that's way outside. So 2-2 now to Myers. He was hit by a pitch in his first appearance today. That's the 6th time he's been hit. The 2-2. He pops it high in the air. Right side, first baseman and catcher are going after it, and it's going to drop. Nobody got it. The first baseman right in front of the dugout, it just dropped right in front of him. That's Jack Kelly. I don't know if he didn't see it or what, but he got over there, and then the ball just sort of fell in front of him. Two balls, 2 strikes is the count. And the pitch. Misses high, 3-2. Marquez looks out at second and comes home. Swing and a miss got him. Myers down on strikes. That's his 34th time he's struck out. That leads the club. And here's Alex Aguirre, who singled, RBI single. 2 RBI single, actually, in the first inning. Takes the first pitch inside. 1-0 the count. Callahan out at second. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Misses high again, 2-0. Well, the pitcher out in the bullpen has stopped warming up for the Ports, so I assume that person's ready to come in. 2-0 count. It's in the dirt, 3-0, and Callahan thought about going to third. Got about a quarter of the way down there and decided to go back. Marquez has already thrown 62 pitches, only 34 strikes and 28 balls. Next pitch is ball 4. And a lot of deep counts already. And really, not long for this game, I wouldn't think. So first and second now with only 1 out, and here's Blakeman. Blakeman struck out in the first inning. That's one of 2 strikeouts by Marquez. Callahan at second. Aguirre at first. Here's the pitch, and he takes high and inside. The 1-0 swing and a miss got him to chase a pitch out of the zone. One and 1 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Took something off and had Blakeman out in front, so it's 1-2 now to Blakeman. One-two pitch. Fouled up against the screen. So still the count is 1-2. Here comes the pitch. In the dirt, 2-2. Two and two to count. Here's the pitch. Hit high in the air to center field, playable. Magana is under it, and he has it. The runners will stay put. And there are 2 away. Here's R.J. Hasse. Singled in his first at bat, ended up scoring a run.
Next up, number 22, R.J. Hasse.
And the pitch to Hasse is in there for a called strike on the inside corner. 0-1 the count. Down and in, 1-1. The pitch temporarily gets away from catcher Monzo, but no advance. So 1-1 now to Jose. Jack McCarthy on deck. Callahan at second. Aguirre at first. Here's the pitch. Hammer down the left field line. That is going to be caught by the left fielder, Aquavera, for out number 3. No runs, a hit, no errors, 2 left, and at the end of 2, it's 7-0 Crabs. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. Thanks to Ultimate Yogurt. Try their more than 10 ever-changing yogurt flavors with a ton of toppings that will make your head spin. Ultimate Yogurt is locally owned and is a great place to bring your crabby kitties. They can make their own cups exactly how they like them. Ultimate Yogurt has 2 locations, one in Arcata and one in Eureka. Check them out. Nunez, Aquavera, the 8 and 9 hitter, will bat, and then they'll be followed by leadoff hitter Lewis here in the top of the 3rd inning. Trailing 7-0. Enrique Nunez, the second baseman, was 0 for 3 in last night's game. Here's the pitch. Swing and miss at the fastball, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Grounded in a hole on the right side. Crowell over to get it, and he's not going to be able to get a grip on it. He did get his glove on it, but unable to get to it. That'll be an infield hit for Nunez.
Coming back, number 12, Andrew Aquavera.
Here's Aquavera. Had a good night last night. 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. Here's the pitch, and he hammers one foul into the right field picnic area. Owen won the count. He's showing bunt, and he bunts it down towards third. It's a good one. Over to get it is Tucker, and he won't get to it. That's going to be an infield hit for Aquavera. Nice bunt. Right down the third base line. And he was, I think, sacrificing, but such a good bunt, he made it to first. So that's an infield hit. And now they have runners on first and second with nobody out here in the top of the 3rd inning.
At the end of the Ports lineup, number 6, Isaac Lewis.
Nunez at second, Aquavera at first. Here's Lewis, and he hits one foul and out of play. It's 0-1. Lewis was grounded to short in his first at bat. Oh, and 1 the count. Here's the pitch, and he shows bunt, and he bunts it down towards third, and that one's going to be another good bunt. Barehanding and now letting it roll, and it's going to stop in fair territory. Another infield hit on a bunt by the Ports. Callahan thought it was going to roll foul, so he stopped, and it died right on the chalk. Bases loaded, so back-to-back bunt singles by the Ports have loaded the bases with nobody out. And here's Magana, caught looking at his first at bat. Here's the pitch. Fouls it up against the screen. Two beautiful bunts by Aquavera and then Lewis. Tucker looks out at second and delivers a breaking pitch that's in there for a called strike at the knees. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. In the dirt and all the way to the backstop. Here comes the runner, and he thought better of it. Now everybody's going to dash back to their original base. And Nunez thought about coming home, but in this ballpark, it's really difficult to score on a wild pitch from third because the backstop is only a few feet behind the catcher, and balls that hit the backstop tend to ricochet right back to the catcher. And so really no chance most of the time to score on a wild pitch. Ports don't really know that, of course, having only played here a few times. The 1-2 is a breaking pitch that misses down and away, 2-2. What was wrong with that, Don? Two balls, two strikes. Bases loaded and nobody out. Callahan in at third and swing and a miss. Got him. Nice pitch. Magano is down on strikes for the second time tonight, and there's one away. Here's Johnson. He's singled in his first at bat. And the pitch. Breaking pitch in there at the knees for a called strike. 0-1. And there's a fastball check swing, and he takes it low. 1-1 the count now to Kaleo Johnson. Nunez at third, Aquavera at second, Lewis at first, one out. Ports trailing 7-0, but they're threatening here in the top of the third. Here's the pitch. Fouled up against the screen, and it's a ball and two strikes now. The 1-2. Hit high in the air to center field. Going back on it is Aguirre. He'll be at the warning track. He reaches up and makes the catch right up against the wall. One run is in to score, and it's 7-1 in favor of the Crabs. So Johnson gave it a ride to deep center field. Sacrifice fly. And they're two away. Everybody moves up. So here's Broderick Reed. Reed lined to center in his first at bat. So 7-1 now in favor of the Crabs. And here's the breaking pitch to Reed, misses away. Reed, left-handed hitter. The 1-0 delivery is in the dirt. 2-0. Right side of the ballpark is mostly in shadow. The left field still in full sun, including center field. Here's the pitch. Swing and miss, a big cut there. And it's 2-1 now to Reed. The 2-1, swing and a miss, 2-2. Same pitch, same result.
What do you want, Trace? A burger and a baked pretzel. Burger and a baked pretzel? Okay, so 2 cheeseburgers, a pretzel, and an orange soda.
Iced tea, iced tea.
Oh.
Next pitch misses low, and it's 3-2.
Yeah.
So 3-2 now to Reed. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. Fourth strikeout for Tucker, and it ends the inning. But the Ports get a run on 3 hits. There were no errors and 2 left. And at the end of 2.5, it's 7-1 in favor of the Crabs. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Crabs leading 7-1 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. It'll be McCarthy, Crowell, and then Fernland for the Crabs against Christian Marquez. Marquez rocks and comes home, and the first pitch to McCarthy is outside. McCarthy walked in his first appearance and ended up scoring a run on Fernland's single. Here's the next pitch, and it misses down low. And that one's hit in the air to shallow right field. The right fielder started back, and now he's coming in, and he makes the catch. So 1 away. Here's Jack Crowell, singled in his first at bat. Drove in a couple runs. Third baseman is in on the grass, shading his eyes. Everybody else is at their normal position, and Crowell takes a fastball in the outside corner. The 0-1 misses on the inside corner. I mean, catches the inside corner. 0-2 the count. The 0-2 is a grounder out to shortstop. He's up with it and throws him out. 2 away. So Chase Fernland will be the hitter with 2 outs in. For Fernland, 2 for 2. He got 2 hits in the first inning. And here's the pitch from Marquez, and Fernlund pops it out of play. The 0-1, and goes in the dirt all the way to the backstop. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch misses down and away. 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Tap foul at the plate. 2-2 now to Fernlund. Two and two. Swung and a miss. Got him. Chase one. And that'll end the inning. Crabs go in order in the third. They lead 7-1. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. Yeah, maybe it's. All right, we're in the top of the fourth inning with the Crabs leading 7-1. 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error for the Ports. 7 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Crabs. Wyatt Tucker out for inning number 4. Greenlee, Manzo, and Kelly to bat. Greenlee singled in his first at bat, and then was erased on the line out double play by Manzo. Wyatt Tucker winds and comes home, and there's a breaking pitch. I guess inside, 1-0. It is just a beautiful night at the ballpark. Maybe the prettiest night we've had this season. The next pitch is a breaking pitch over the heart of the plate, 1-1. The sky is just so crystal clear. The next 1-1 is tapped back to the mound. Nice leaping stop by Tucker, and he throws him out. 1 away. The field and the mount and the hills beyond just appear to be glowing tonight. It's just a beautiful night on the east, on the, where do we live? North Coast. 1 away. Here's Manzo, lined into a double play in his first at bat. Here's a pitch, and he hits it out of play. And there's a pitch that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2. Slider breaks down and away. So a ball and 2 strikes now to Kelly. And there's a swing and a miss. Got him. 2 away. 5th strikeout for Tucker. Here's Jack Kelly. He struck out in his first at bat. Slider misses away. It's 1-0.
I think the services that they do for the team are worth much more than the food.
The 1-0 fastball is in there at the knees, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 swung on and missed, 1-2. Pitched down and away. And that was not even close to the strike zone. Kelly just waving at that pitch. The 1-2. Breaking pitch is a high bounder out to short. Fernlin is up with it, and the inning's over. Ports go in order in the fourth. Crabs lead 7-1. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, Kyler Murphy will lead it off for the Crabs in the bottom of the fourth inning. Murphy walked in his first appearance and then flied out to right field. Christian Marquez settled down now since the first inning when he gave up those 7 runs. And there's a fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1. He was a little bit shaky in the second inning, but then in the third inning he didn't give any runs in the second inning. In the third inning he set the Crabs down in order, and he's ahead 0-1 now. And there's a pitch that misses away, 1-1 now to Murphy. So Marquez, who looked like he was certainly going to be out of the game, is hanging in there now. 1-1 the count. And he hits that one high in the air to right field, near the line. The right fielder on the run, and in foul territory he reaches up, and, oh, he didn't get it? I lost sight of it in the fence, but I see that the umpire has ruled that it's a foul ball, and I don't know how Greenlee missed that. He got over there. He was under it and just dropped it, I guess. We have a pitcher warming up in the Ports bullpen. That was a long run, so I guess it's not an error. Here's the 1-2. Fastball misses away. 2-2. The 2-2 hits him on the back. Second hit batter of the night for Marquez. So Murphy goes down to first with nobody out here in the top of the fourth, and here's Kyle Callahan. He's 2 for 2. Singled in the first and doubled in the second inning. Callahan, one of the Crabs' big sluggers. Callahan, Murphy, Burks when he's healthy. Burks still not back in the lineup. A big lead over there by Murphy. And now Aguirre also with some big, gaudy power numbers. Crabs have some sluggers this year. Murphy with a big lead over there at first. And Marquez deals, and that's hammered right at the first baseman, and that's going to be a line-out double play. A nice catch by Jack Kelly. That ball was smoked. And Kelly, down on one knee, grabbed it, and there was no chance for Murphy to get back. So the Ports turned the tables on the Crabs, who made the same play against them back in the second inning. Two away. Here's Myers. Myers hit by a pitch and struck out. Here's the pitch, and he foul tips it. 0-1. Myers needs one to tie the record for wood bat home runs. Hit one last night. Oh, and 1 the count. And here comes the pitch. And he watches that one miss inside. One ball, one strike. Here's the pitch. High in the air, left field, and deep. Going back as a left fielder. He's going back. He's back. He looks up. It's off the base of the wall. That's a stand-up double for Ryan Myers, and that was almost the record tire right there. He got under it just a little bit, and it bounced right at the base of the wall near the 394 sign. So Ryan Myers with a 2-out double. And here's Anthony Aguirre, singled in his first, Alex Aguirre, singled in his first at bat, and then walked in his second appearance. Myers out at second, 2 away. Here's the pitch, fouled up against the screen. Now everyone in shadows except really the left fielder, who's still got a little bit of sun, and there's a little spike of sun out in right field. But the rest of the ballpark in shadow now as the lights are coming on an absolutely gorgeous evening here in Arcata. Here's the pitch. Fastball away. 1-1. 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error for the Ports. 1 run, 8 hits now. No errors for the Crabs. 7 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Crabs. And the pitch. Misses high. 2-1. Fouled out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at second. Marquez sets and looks at second. And deals. Fouled up against the screen. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, got him. 4th strikeout for Marquez, and it ends the inning. For the Crabs, no runs. There was a hit. There were no errors, and 1 left. And at the end of 4, it's 7-1 in favor of the Crabs. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the 5th inning. It'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for the Ports. Nunez to lead it off. Nunez singled in his first at bat and scored the only run of the game for the Ports. Here's the pitch, and he takes a strike at the knees. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Fastball is a high bounder over the pitcher's mound and into center field. Fernlin fields it out in the grass, but he won't have a play. So the second hit of the night for Nunez. So the bottom of the order now has 3 hits. The 8-9 hitter between them have 3 hits. Here's Aquavera. Aquavera had 2 doubles in last night's game. And then tonight he laid down a beautiful bunt down the third baseline for an infield hit. Runner takes his lead. Here's the pitch. Fastball away, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch is fouled up against the screen. 1-1 now the count. Nunez over at first, nobody out. We're in the top of the 5th inning. That's the 6th hit of the game for the Crabs. I mean, for the Ports. Crabs have 8. 1-1 the count. Nunez with a modest lead over there at first, and the next pitch misses down low, 2-1. Still some action out in the Ports bullpen. A right-hander warming out there. He's been out there for a while now. I don't know if it's the same guy who was warming earlier, but no action in the Crabs bullpen. 2-1. Popped in the air on the left side. Fernlin goes out on the grass and has it for out number 1. So we'll go back to the top of the order for Isaac Lewis. Isaac Lewis also laid down a beautiful bunt in the 3rd inning in about the same spot that Aquavera's bunt ended up. It rolled along the chalk, and Callahan coming in from 3rd thought it was going to roll foul, and it just died right there on the chalk. And so they ended up with back-to-back bunt singles. Haven't seen that in a long time at the Arcata Ballpark, maybe never. And anyway, here's Lewis with a runner at first and 1 out, and he takes a pitch in the dirt and briefly gets away from Jose, but no advance. The 1-0 pitch in the air on the right side and foul. It's going to drift out of play. A ball and a strike to count. And the pitch is a fastball on the outside corner, 1-2 now. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, got him. 6th strikeout for Tucker, and with 2 away, here's Magana. Magana is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, 1 of each variety. And the pitch. Fastball is on a couple of hops out to second base. Crowell has it and throws him out at the end of the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, a runner left, and at the end of 4.5, 7-1 Crabs. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, we're back at the Arcata Ballpark. We have a new pitcher, I suppose. It must be a new pitcher on the mound. Is it? No, it's still Marquez. For some reason, I thought this was a new pitcher. He's up to 98 pitches in the game. He'll face Blakeman, Hasse, and McCarthy for the Crabs. And as I noted, he's settled down considerably since the first inning. He gave up 7 runs, but nothing since. And here's the pitch to Blakeman, and a big swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Blakeman is 0 for 2. He struck out in the first, and then he flied out to center in the second. He's the only member of the Crabs who's not gotten on base yet. Here's the pitch, and he takes on the outside corner. Seriously, Don? 0-2 the count. And the 0-2 swung on and missed, got him. Blakeman gone on 3 pitches. And that's the second time he struck out tonight. And that is the 5th strikeout for Marquez. So Blakeman unable to figure out Christian Marquez. And with 1 out, here's R.J. Hasse. 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored in the first inning. Then he flied out to left in his second at bat. Here's the pitch. And he takes a pitch on the outside corner, a breaking pitch. A good pitch. It's 0-1. The 0-1 is hit high and near down the right field line. It's not going to be playable as it bounces into the Port's bullpen. Crabs' arch rival, the Reading Colt 45s, will be in the ballpark this weekend. The Crabs swept them in Reading earlier this year. So the Colt 45s will be looking for vengeance. Here's the pitch. And that misses in the dirt and all the way to the backstop. Like cornered animals, they'll be here to take on the Crabs this weekend. There's nothing more dangerous than a cornered animal. Here's the pitch. The 1-2 is a ground ball out to short. Lewis has it and throws him out for out number 2. So you're going to want to be here this weekend as the Crabs take on the Colt 45s. Colt 45s always one of the better teams the Crabs play. And I got to say, there's no team I enjoy beating more than the Reading Colt 45s. It used to be the Fontenetti Athletics. Most of you who are listening probably don't know who the Fontenetti Athletics were. There's a strike. It's 0-1 now to McCarthy, who's 0 for 1. But there was a team that the Crabs played for decades that out of San Jose called Fontenetti Athletics, and they were run by a guy named Jerry Fontenetti. And that pitch is in the dirt, 1-1. And they had been rivals, as I said, for decades. It was an old team. I mean, a team that went back for just almost as many years as the Crabs, and for years had been rivals. And they had a guy named Ron Mingo who was known as the world's fastest typist. 1-1 pitch, misses high, 2-1, and he was in the world's Guinness Book of World's Records at one point as the world's fastest typist, and he was their first baseman, and he would chatter the whole game nonstop. He would chatter. 2-1 the count. Here's the pitch. And there's a strike on the inside corner, 2-2. And so the Fontenetti for years were our arch rivals, and sadly the Fontenetti Athletics had to fold a few years ago. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, got him, and the inning's over. So now our arch rivals are the Colt 45s, and they're coming in this weekend, so you're going to want to be here for that. Meanwhile, the Crabs go in order in the 5th. They lead 7-1. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome back to the ballpark. Thanks to Harper Motors, serving the North Coast for more than 100 years. Check out all the latest models, new and used, at the Carousel 2 miles north of Eureka, or visit them online at harpermotors.com. Harper Motors donates $50 to District 26 of the league for every home run the Crabs hit this season. Okay, Magana, Johnson, and Reed, heart of the order for the Ports. Here in the top of the sixth, and Magana promptly fouls one out of play over our heads. 0-1 the count. Magana's 0 for 2. He struck out looking, and then he struck out swinging. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. This is Magana, right? No, this is Johnson. Why don't... I was going to say, I thought Magana made a last out last inning, right? Johnson fouls one out of play. It's 0-2. So what happened? I'm a batter off. Aquavera popped to short.
I would assume that he made the last out.
Yeah, but dude.
Check and see what happened.
At any rate, this is 1-2 the count to Johnson. And there's a breaking pitch that misses high, 2-2.
Grounded out to the second baseman. 4-3.
Okay, so I missed the strikeout to Lewis. The next pitch is low. It's 2-2. Oh, I see what I did. I put Lewis's strikeout in the wrong column. Here's the pitch, and that's hit in the air to center field. Aguirre is under it, and he has it. Out number 1. All right, all is restored in the universe. And here's Reed, 0 for 2. My record is the official record of Crabs baseball. It has to be exactly perfect all the time. Here's the pitch. And that's hit in the air to right center field and deep. That's going to be trouble. And that is going to be, actually caught by the center fielder, Aguirre. That ball looked like it was headed for the gap, and Aguirre just sort of glided over and caught it. 2 away. It fooled me for sure. I thought for sure that was a gap double. So 2 away quickly here in the 6th, and here's Greenlee. He's 1 for 2. And the pitch to Greenlee is a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1 fouled out of play. No balls, 2 strikes now the count. Now there's a couple of Crabs headed down to their bullpen. Just starting to think about getting warmed up out there. Tucker's only thrown 79 pitches. He leads 7-1. Here's the 0-2, and he taps it foul just off the end of the bat over towards the Ports dugout. Oh, and to the count. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase a pitch down and in the dirt, and that'll do it. That's the 7th strikeout for Tucker. And the Ports go in order in the 6th. Still 7-1 Crabs. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, new pitcher on the mound for the Ports. It's Ricky Peterson. In relief of Christian Marquez.
Taking the mound is San Leandro Ports number 11, Ricky Peterson.
Marquez pitched well after the first inning. He had a horrible first inning. And then he pitched well from then on.
Opener against the Colt 45. It's Cowboy Night that night at Arcade Ballpark, sponsored by Leandro.
So Peterson now on in relief. Peterson played in last night's game. I think he was in the field, though. He was the oh, no, he came in relief in last night's game in the 7th inning. And he was good. He came in the 7th and gave up one unearned run, and that was it. So he'll face Jack Crow to lead off the 6th, and Crow promptly lines one in the left field for a base hit. Big turn at first, but he's going to hold there. So Crow with his second hit of the night. Chase Fernlin will be the hitter. Fernlin's 2 for 3. Crow with a short lead over at first. Here's the pitch, and that pitch misses inside. Peterson dances out of the way. I mean Fernlin. 1-0 the count. And the pitch lined in the left field, but it's going to go foul into the Crabs bullpen. A ball and a strike now the count. And the pitch, ground ball to third, could be 2, over to second for 1, back to first. It's an around the horn double play for the Ports.
Number 6.
So a 2 away. Here's Kyler Murphy. Murphy tonight is 0 for 1. He's been hit by a pitch, walked, and scored a run. He's also flied out. And the 0-1 is a fastball on the outside corner. 1-1 the count. Actually, the count was 1-0. Now it's 1-1. One and 1 the count. That pitch misses down and away, and it's 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Lashed, foul, and some Crabs scattering out of the way as that ball was swatted right over against the part of the dugout where the Crabs hang out there in front of the dugout. And
It's not number 11, it's number 18 who's pitching.
okay, so this is not Ricky Peterson on the mound. This is Ricardo Hernandez. Ricardo Hernandez on the mound, not Ricky Peterson. And the next pitch from Hernandez misses down and away. It's 3-2. And the next pitch is a tapper back to the mound. Hernandez has it. And the inning's over. For the Crabs, no runs, there was a hit, there were no errors, and nobody left. And at the end of 6, they lead 7-1. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE.
Last call for 50-50, folks. Last call for 50-50. And make sure you do a bot on both colors of this evening's 50-50 tickets. Don't forget as well, at the senior stand that just received today, Crabs posters for sale. senior stand along with programs. And appearing in the wings is Spearman Carl Pellets. Rousing the crowd once again with a sign of the times. It's last call for beer. Last call for 50-50. Last call. Luscious Gold Medal. Along first base and third base.
We have a new pitcher. 27, huh? Oh, 7. Kyle Watkins. Watkins.
Taking the mound for the Crabs, number 7, Kyle Watkins. A lot of neat nights coming up for Level Crabs. Later this weekend, Saturday the 22nd, it's Mustache Night. Sponsored
Welcome back to the ballpark. Kyle Watkins on the mound now in relief of Wyatt Tucker. And Kyle Watkins
and on Sunday the 23rd, it's Redwood
comes in with a record of,
Senior Stand Kitchen and Quest to win a prize.
he has no record.
That day, it's also
He's pitched in 9 games. In those 9 games, he's pitched 11 innings for an ERA of 4.91. He struck out 11, given up 11 hits, and walked 8. So the right-hander Kyle Watkins now on in relief of Wyatt Tucker, who's looking for win number 4 on the season.
leading the points in the standing at number 13, Jesus Monzo.
It'll be Monzo, Kelly, and Nunez for the Ports. 1 run, 6 hits, 1 error for the Ports. 7 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Ports. And here we are in the top of the 7th inning. Watkins winds and comes home with a fastball that's tapped foul over towards the Crabs dugout. On 1 the count. Watkins deals a fastball down and away, 1-1. The 1-1 is tapped again foul, this time over towards the third base coaching box, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now to Monzo. Monzo tonight is lined into a double play and struck out. And the pitch. Breaking pitch and is in the dirt. It's a strike 3, and the ball goes all the way to the dugout. And it's a throw. And now, yikes. So it was a wild pitch. It bounced way wide of home plate. Manzo hustling down the line. Jose over to get the ball. Had him at first, but a wild throw bounced off first base and leapt out towards second. And so Manzo ends up being safe on the wild pitch and error. First error of the game for the Crabs. So it's a strikeout, wild pitch, error. And here's the pitch, and it's fouled up against the screen. It's 0-1. Error is on R.J. Jose. Don't see that too often. Here's the 0-1. And that's tapped foul up against the backstop. 0-2 the count. Actually, I think we saw it for the first time a few weeks ago. Or a week ago. I think it happened, the opponents had it happen. I don't remember the exact game now, but I believe it was midweek last week against the Seals. The 0-2 breaking pitch is, I guess high. Really, Don? I thought we were friends. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Oh, check swing. Did he go around? Yes, rules the first base umpire, and that's all for Kelly. First strikeout for Watkins. The line on Tucker, he gave up 1 run. It was earned. He gave up 6 hits. Let's see. I don't think he walked anybody. He didn't walk anybody, and he struck out 7. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses inside, 1-0. the 1-0. Watkins' next pitch is hit high in the air to right field. Blakeman has a play on it. 2 away. So Nunez is 2 for 3 now after flying out to right field. And here's Aquavera, 1 for 2, with a bunt single and a pop out to short. And the pitch from Watkins rides high. Another right-hander warming in the bullpen for the Ports. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Big cut there. One and 1 the count. Lined right at second base. Inning over. No runs. There were no hits. There was an error and a runner left. And at the end of 6 1/2, 7-1 Crabs. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, welcome back. 7th inning stretch at the Arcata Ballpark. We have a new pitcher on the mound for the Ports, Keala Young, number 30. Again for Ricardo Hernandez. Young will face Callahan, Myers, and Aguirre for the Crabs.
Taking the mound, the San Leandro Ports, number 30, Kyle Young. A sophomore from Lane College.
All right. Thanks to somebody. Thanks to the California Credit Union, the California State and Federal Employees Credit Union. They're all local, all humbled all the time. They offer free checking with no balance or transaction requirements, and they have low rates on loans to help you with all your banking needs. You can call them at 800-440-8662 or visit csfecu20.com. Thanks also to the Arcata Scoop. Try their homemade organic super premium ice creams and sorbets. Their daily flavors are posted on their Facebook page. The Scoop is at 1068 I Street in Arcata, and they're open noon to 10:30 every day except Tuesdays. All right, here's Callahan. 2 for 3. He's hit the ball hard every time he's been up. Last time he lined into a double play, first base unassisted, but it was a bullet at the first baseman. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Come on, Don, really? One won the count. And the next pitch to walk in to Callahan is swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Young, a more deliberate worker than his predecessors, now deals 0-2, and there's a breaking pitch called. Strike 3 at the knees, and Callahan's gone.
And we have a winning number for those of you that buy programs. The winning number
One away.
Get the limber ready at the plate. It's number 20, Ryan Myers.
Here's Ryan Myers. Hit by a pitch in the first, struck out in the second, and doubled in the fourth. Here's the pitch. And he takes a breaking pitch down low. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 7th inning. Crabs leading 7-1. Crabs have 9 hits. The Ports have 6 hits. Each team has an error. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Myers. And he hits that one hard on the ground, backhanded by the third baseman Johnson. Nice play and a long throw to first, and he threw it way wide. First baseman didn't even bother to reach for it. That'll go for a hit. He made a nice play to stop the ball, but then he had to rush the throw, as that ball was hit very hard down the line. So here's Alex Aguirre. He's 1 for 2. Crabs got all their runs in the first inning. The 7-run first, they batted around, and they've been quiet since then. Here's the pitch, and the pitch misses low, 1-0, where the Ports, however, were only able to get 1 run. That was in the 3rd inning, and that's where we stand. 7-1 now in the bottom of the 7th. 1-0 to Aguirre with Myers over at first and 1 out, and the next pitch misses down and away. It's 2-0. Two-0 pitch. Fouled out of play.
Our attendance tonight on a beautiful Wednesday evening here at ballpark. 510 beautiful baseball fans.
510 folks at the ballpark tonight. Watching as the Crabs attempt to win their 29th game of the season. And the next pitch is down low. No, I think he called that a strike, actually. Oh. 2-2 the count. And the next pitch is swung on and missed, and the catcher can't find it. There's no play, but on the pass ball, Myers goes to second. So a strikeout pass ball. 2 away. And here's Blakeman. He's 0 for 3, struck out twice. And there's a pitch taken low. One another count. Myers out at second. Young looks out at second and deals, and that's hit hard but foul into the Crabs bullpen. A ball and a strike to count. And the pitch. Breaking pitch is hit in the air to shallow right field. That is going to drop for a base hit. That ball carried further than I thought it did. That's going to score Myers from second to throw into second. He's a dead. No, he got under the tag somehow. I don't know. The ball beat him by about a half a mile. And I don't know how Blakeman was able to get under the tag, but they ruled him safe. So it's a double for Blakeman. Myers comes in to score. The ball was hit harder than it appeared off the bat. It looked like a soft liner, but it ended up just carrying out towards right center field, and not really that much wind to speak of that could have aided it, I don't think. At any rate, it's 8-1 now in favor of the Crabs. And here's Hasse. He's 1 for 3. Young looks out at second and deals, and that's hammered. Foul. For Blakeman, that's RBI number 23. 8-1 now in favor of the Crabs. That's their 11th hit of the game. And the pitch, breaking pitch, is tap foul past the third base. So no balls, 2 strikes is the count to Hasse. Blakeman takes his lead out at second. He has a threat to steal third, although probably less so with 2 outs. There's not much, and also up 8-1. There's a little chance he'd go for it. Here's the pitch, and it's in the dirt, and it gets away from the catcher. No advance by Blakeman as he quickly recovers. Ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Popped high in the air. Shallow center field. The center fielder, Magana, calling for it, and he has it for out number 3. But the Crabs get another run on 2 hits. There were no errors and a runner left, and at the end of 7, it's 8-1 in favor of the Crabs. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome back to the ballpark. Thanks to Slice of Humboldt Pie. Whether you want a chicken pot pie made from scratch or a decadent slice of chocolate silk pie, Slice of Humboldt Pie will satisfy any craving. They're open every day. Crabs fans and players get 10% off on Mondays just by wearing their Crabs gear. And Slice of Humboldt Pie is located just off the Arcata Plaza at 828 I Street at Bittersweet. You can also order a pie online. And I bet they're not hard to find if you Google them. Humboldt Mortgage, also thanks to them, they've been committed to helping borrowers find quality financing for over 50 years. If you're buying a home, business, or land, Humboldt Mortgage will get it done. Call Bob Lawton at Humboldt Mortgage. Their number is 445-3027.
For the Ports, number 6, Isaac Lewis.
Isaac Lewis, the top of the order for the Ports here in the top of the 8th inning against Kyle Watkins, out for his 2nd inning of work. And the first pitch from Watkins is a fastball for a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Lewis tonight is 1 for 3. Grounded to short in his first at bat, then singled in the 3rd, and then struck out in the 5th. Here's the pitch, and he just gets the tip of the bat on that one, and it's 0-2. The 0-2 in the dirt. A ball and 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch. He reaches out and taps that one past the man out towards second. Crowell rushes in on it and throws him out for out number 1.
We still have an outstanding winner for the 50-50, an unclaimed win for the 50-50. It's Black Ticket 036290. Black Ticket 036290.
Here's Magana. He's 0 for 3. Struck out twice and grounded out to second. Here's the pitch. And he hits a grounder out towards second. Crowell to his right, backhands, and throws him out. Quickly 2 outs here in the 8th.
Next up, number 29, Kaleo Johnson.
Here's Kaleo Johnson. Johnson is 1 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. And the pitch is grounded over to short in the hole, backhanded. Long throw for third, and then he stumbles, and he's not going to have a play. That'll be a hit for Johnson. Ferland did a good job just to get to it. He probably wouldn't have gotten him even if he hadn't stumbled, but he slipped a little bit on the grass, and that tore it there. So at 2 outs, Johnson is aboard. Here's Reed. He's 0 for 3 and 0 for 6 in the series now.
Next at bat, number 19, Robert Reed.
Broderick Reed, I made the same mistake last night. Fastball misses down low, 1-0. Want to know the count. Here's the pitch. And that one goes all the way to the backstop. And that'll be a pass ball on Jose. So Johnson at second now, with the count 2-0 to Reed, who everybody up in the booth keeps calling Robert Reed. Swing and a miss, 2-1, because we're all confusing him with the dad on the Brady Bunch for some reason. 2-1 the count to Broderick Reed. The 2-1 pitch misses down low, 3-1. Three-one pitch, and he taps it foul up against the backstop, and the count goes full. So Johnson out at second, 2 outs. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Crabs leading at 8-1. 1 run, 7 hits, 1 error for the Ports. 8 runs, 11 hits, 1 error for the Crabs. Three and 2 the count. Watkins sets and comes home, and that's hit high in the air to center field. Aguirre near the warning track, on the warning track, has it for out number 3. No runs, a hit, no errors, a runner left, and at the end of 7.5, it's 8-1 Crabs. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 8th inning for the Crabs. It'll be McCarthy, Crowell, and Fernland. And we still have, I believe, this is the same guy? 42. Oh, new pitcher. Okay, we have a new pitcher on the mound, the 4th pitcher of the night for the Ports. This is Joe Polizzotti, P-O-L-I-Z-O-T-T-I. Joe Polizzotti. So the fourth pitcher of the night, as he's a right-handed pitcher. After tonight's game, we'll take a night off, and then Friday night, the Evil, Colt 45s from Reading, will drive over 299 to invade Humboldt.
Taking the mound for the Ports, number 17, Joe Polizzotti. At the plate for the Crabs, number 30,
So here's Polizzotti.
McCarthy.
McCarthy to lead it off is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Here's the pitch, and the pitch misses down low. It's 1-0. Polizzotti, a freshman at Laney College in Oakland, and there's a pitch in on the hands, and he defensively swings on it, hits out behind second base, and the shortstop, Lewis, behind the bag over to get it, just throws it over the first baseman's head by a good 8 feet. I don't think he would have gotten him anyway. Let's call that a hit for McCarthy. And here's Jack Crowell. So that's the 12th hit of the game for the Crabs. Crowell tonight is 2 for 3. Here's the pitch. And it's right down the middle for a called strike. Oh, and 1 the count, and it's fouled up against the backstop. It's 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Way outside. One and 2 the count. And here comes the 1-2, and that's cued foul up against the backstop. The 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, blocked by the catcher, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Down low, and the count goes full. Three and 2 the count. Here's the pitch. Lined in the right center field for at least 1. McCarthy coming around second. He'll go to third. Here comes the throw in. It's going to be a double. McCarthy's not going to stop as the ball gets past the shortstop, and he will score. He never slowed down. A stand-up double for Jack Crowell's 3rd hit of the night, and it's 9-1 Crabs.
Keep the ball rolling. Number 3, Chase Fernland.
Here's Fernland. Fernley tonight is 2 for 4, a couple of singles. Crowell out at second. Here's the pitch. And he takes a strike on the inside corner. That's Crowell's third RBI tonight. No one won the count. And it goes all the way to the backstop. That's a wild pitch. Crowell goes to third. One and one the count. Still nobody out. Here's the pitch. Way outside, 2-1. The 2-1 outside again, 3-1. Three and one the count. And the pitch. Ball 4. So he walks Fernley. That puts runners on the corner. Still nobody out. So Joe Palizzotti, and that might be it for him. Well, here comes the manager, and I don't know if he's going to replace him, if he's just going to have a word. But Palizzotti has not been super effective coming in. A single to McCarthy, a double to Crowell, a wild pitch, and another walk. And so he said something brief, whatever it was, and turned and walked back. And now he walks back towards the dugout. So here's Murphy with runners on the corner. Murphy's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. The 0-1 way outside and all the way to the backstop. No advance by the Crabs, although now Fernley takes off for second, and he'll get there on yet another wild pitch. Wow. This guy is all over the map with his pitches. 1-1 the count. Now 2 runners in scoring position. Still nobody out for the Crabs in the bottom of the 8th. They're already up 9-1. Here's the pitch. And that one's high, and it's 2-1. And there's nothing more exciting than an 8-run game where a relief pitcher comes in and starts walking a bunch of guys. 2-1 the count. And the pitch. 3-1. There's a strike at the knees, and it's 3-2. Three-two pitch. Ball 4. Bases are loaded for the Crabs and nobody out. A run's already in. And now I saw the manager just gesture down to the bullpen, and I think that's going to be it for Palazzi. Yeah, that's going to be all for Palazzi now. So he just couldn't get anybody out, and he couldn't get the ball over the plate. And that's a bad combination. And so now with the bases loaded, nobody out, we're going to see a relief pitcher for the Ports. That's too bad. That's got to be a very disappointing performance for Palazzi. Polizzotti. So the fifth pitcher of the game will come in now for the Ports. And let's see if we can get a name and a number. Yes, it's number 11. This is Ricky Peterson.
Taking him down for the San Leandro Ports, number 11, Ricky Peterson. Hey, if you have to leave the game early tonight, don't worry, because listen in the rest of the game.
So here's Peterson. With the bases loaded, nobody out for the Crabs. McCarthy led off the inning with a single and then came in on Crowell's double. Crowell went to third on a wild pitch. Then Fernlin walked and went to second on a wild pitch, and then Murphy walked, and that's where we're at. Bases loaded, nobody out. It's 9-1 in favor of the Crabs. And a chance to really blow it open here, although I guess it's already been blown open, so I don't know what you say after this point with a 9-1 in the bottom of the eighth. So with the fans doing that whoop whoop thing that I really don't like. We're waiting for him to finish his warm-up pitches. And the wind has died down completely. There's just no wind at all. And most of the 504 fans, not most, but a lot of the 504 fans have packed up and headed home with the Crabs with such a big lead. All right, here we go, I think. It'll be Kyle Callahan. He's 2 for 4 with a double. He's got Crowell at third, Fernlin at second, Murphy at first, and nobody out. And a 9-1 lead. We're in the bottom of the eighth inning. Left-handed hitter against the right-hander, Ricky Peterson, who pitched well in relief last night. Peterson from the belt and deals a fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1 to Callahan. On 1 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2 now on Callahan. He took a little bit off, and Callahan was ahead of it. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Hammer down the right field line. Foul. Got a pass ball up in the zone, and Callahan slapped it out into the right field bullpen. No balls, 2 strikes, the count. And the pitch. All the way to the backstop as it sails inside, and it's 1-2 now on Callahan. No advance by the runners. One and two. Here's the pitch. Misses high. 2-2. Peterson has a long look in. Now he sets and comes home 2-2, and it's fouled out of play. Two and two to count. In the air, left center field. That's going to be trouble. That's going to be up against the fence. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. 3 runs are going to come in. Callahan's going to stop at second. He's going to go to third now and be thrown out there. But it's a 3-run double for Kyle Callahan, and it's 12-1 Crabs. He tagged that pitch into the deepest part of the ballpark. So 1 away now. The base is empty for Ryan Myers. So Callahan 3 RBIs on that hit. And Myers takes a pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. So for Callahan now, that would be .35 RBIs. And there's another strike, and it's 0-2 down to Myers. Myers tonight has been hit by a pitch, struck out, doubled, and singled. So 12-1 now in favor of the Crabs. Here's the pitch. Down and away, 1-2. And the next pitch swung on and missed, got him. So Myers down on strikes for the second time tonight. And with 2 away, here's Alex Aguirre. He's 1 for 3.
Next up, number 1, Alex Aguirre.
So the Crabs have plated 4 runs here in the 8th inning and now enjoy a luxurious 12-1 lead. And that's it high and deep to left field, and that is going to be adios, muchacho. Home run for Alex Aguirre. That's number 4. No doubt about that one off the bat. You could hear that was gone. Now the Crabs as a team now have 26 home runs. (13-1) Crabs. So here's Kyle Blakeman, and he takes a pitch down and away. It's 1-0. Blakeman is 1 for 4 with a double. And he takes the next pitch high. 2-0. And the next pitch fouled up against the backstop. 2-1. 2-1 now. (13-1) Crabs. They now have 15 hits in the game. With a 2-1, misses way outside. 3-1. Ball 4. So now he walks Blakeman. This inning appears to be never ending. So here's Hasse. He's 1 for 4. And is it going to be Hasse? So Blakeman over at first. Here's Hasse. Hasse gets on. They will have batted around twice in this game. There's a pitch way outside, 1-0. The 1-0 is in there for a called strike. It's 1-1. The 1-1 strike on the outside corner. Good breaking pitch, and it's 1-2 now to Hase. 1-2 the count. And here comes the pitch. Way outside and high, 2-2. Two 2 pitch. Way outside and the count goes full. Really? McCarthy singled, Crowell doubled, Fernlin walked, Murphy walked, Callahan doubled, Myers struck out, Aguirre homered, and Blakeman walked, and now Hase hits one out of play, but he's a pitch away from walking. Three walks in the inning. Here's the pitch. 4 walks in the inning. And the Crabs have batted around here in the 8th. Unbelievable. All right. So we'll go back to McCarthy now. So this is the 15th time that, by my count, that the Crabs have batted around this season. Twice in this game. Here's McCarthy, and he hits one on the ground out to center field. Here comes the runner to score, and it's going to be 14-1 Crabs. McCarthy was his second hit of the night. On the play, Hase goes to second. Here's Crowell. Here's the pitch. He pops one out of play. It's 0-1. Oh, and 1 the count. Here's the pitch. Way outside, 1-1. Hase at second. McCarthy at first. 14-1 in favor of the Crabs. Here's the pitch. In the air to shallow left field. Left fielder coming in. It looks playable, and he's got it for out number 3. So the 8th inning mercifully ends. The Crabs get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runs on 5 hits. There were no errors and 2 runners left. And at the end of 8, it's 14-1 Crabs. Stay tuned. Top of the 9th inning coming up. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome back to the ballpark. Jay Wagner on up to finish up the ball game for the Crabs. Jay Wagner's been great. He comes in having pitched 13 and 2/3 innings pitched. He has a record of 1-0 with 7 saves. He has not allowed an earned run in those 13 innings, 13 and 2/3 innings. He struck out 18, given up 12 hits and walked 4. So, with the Crabs up 14-1, it'll be Greenlee, Manzo, and Kelly for the Ports. And don't forget, Friday night, 7 o'clock, Hoke at least will be here to bring you all the action. As the Crabs take on the Colt 45s, there's a chance I'll be here as well. Either way, you're going to want to tune in, and if you don't make it out to the ballpark, and that's what you really want to do, is make it out to the ballpark, because it's going to be a good series. The Colt 45s are going to be tough competitors here when they come to the ballpark on Friday night, and so you're going to want to be here for that one. It should be great weather. Should be beautiful all weekend, so the days and games are dwindling away. Meanwhile, here's Greenlee. He's 1 for 3. Wagner deals a fastball down low. Yeah, the next pitch is tap foul. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is popped in the air on the right side. One away. Here's Jesus Manzo with 1 out in the 9th. Manzo lined into a double play, struck out, and then got aboard on a strikeout wild pitch error. And he takes a pitch down low. It's 1-0. The 1-0 to Manzo misses away. Catches the outside corner. 1-1. Oh. One and 1 the count. Here's the pitch. In there with a breaking pitch for a strike at the knees. That was a beauty. He just throws that flat slider that moves like a frisbee over the heart of the plate against right-handed hitters. 1-2 the count. And the pitch. And there's a fastball tap foul over past the first base coaching box. Just managed to get a piece of it. Did Manzo. One and 2 the count. Wagner sets and deals. Check swing called. Strike 3 on the outside corner. 2 away. Ports down to their last out.
Next up for the Ports, number 21, Jack Kelly.
Jack Kelly will be the hitter. 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses down and away. 1-0. One-0 pitch. Fastball on the outside corner. 1-1. Is it fireworks night? Fireworks night this Saturday, this Friday? August 5th. It's the next fireworks night. 1-1 the count. And there's a slider that misses down low. 2-1. Two 1 pitches fouled up against the backstop. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ports are down to their last strike. Here's the pitch. And it's in on the hands, and he fouls it up against the screen. So count still 2-2.
Come on, Jay.
2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. Ball game over. Ports go in order in the 9th. Crabs win it. 14 runs on 16 hits. There was 1 error for the Ports in the loss. 1 run, 7 hits, 1 error. The win goes to Wyatt Tucker, who's now 4-0 on the season for the Crabs, and the Crabs go to 29-4 overall on the season after sweeping a 2-game midweek series from the San Leandro Ports. Friday night, 7 o'clock. The Red and Colt 45s will be here. Hoke and I will be here to bring you all the action. Till then, this is Benjamin Schaefer. It's been a delight bringing you all the action tonight as the Crabs win another one. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE.